Hey guys, last class I taught you about how to write any formula, mathematical formula in Python. But without knowing some other things like uh, precedence and associativity, you cannot understand how formula works and how to work with formula, mathematical formula. So today in this video, I will explain you about those topics. uh, what is precedence, what is associativity, then only you can work correctly with mathematical formula without uh, taking time. Okay. So let us see how we write different mathematical formulas in the real world and the same formula in the Python. So can you see this table? X plus y and then uh, slash 2, how we write in Python. Okay. So in Python expression, you must uh, use parentheses. Okay. Otherwise, your result will be wrong. Okay. Because then this formula will be like this. Okay. But when you write xy by 2, then explicitly you have to use here in the Python or any programming language. This will not permitted. You have to use explicitly this star scheme, as already explained in the last video. So parenthesis not required here, but parenthesis not, because both are in the same group of the precedence. This division sign, this floating point operator, and uh, this multiplication operator, both are in the same group. And associativity is left to right. First you multiply this xy, then you do division by 2. So operators with the same precedence are evaluated left to right. Okay. So when uh, some group of operators will have same precedence, then whichever will be evaluated first, that is decided by the associativity. Okay, later I will explain all this. We'll just see now. Here parentheses are required because this exponential operator has higher precedence than this division and this plus. So you have two parentheses here. Okay. Otherwise, this exponential operator will be evaluated first with this R value. Okay. So that will be wrong. Then how to find the square root? So for finding the square root, we have to first import math, as already explained in the last video. So how to write a square plus b square like this. Then how to get the pi value? In the real world, we write like pi, but here we write like math dot pi. Pi is a constant declared in the math number. Okay. So uh, see here, one program is there finding average. So if we don't use parentheses, we get the wrong result. Okay. But if we use the parentheses, then we get the correct result. So this is called precedence. If you use parentheses, then parentheses will be whatever the expression inside the parentheses, that will be evaluated first. So our intention is that. So we have to parenthesis this a plus b plus c, because plus sign is the lowest precedence than division. Plus sign is not in the group of floating point or or uh, floor operator, floor division operator, that two slash and then star multiplication. These are in one group. Okay. So operator precedence determines the way in which operators are passed with respect to each other. Operators with higher precedence become the operands of operations with lower precedence. Okay. So associativity determines the way in which operators of the same precedence are passed. So here it is, this is the chart from highest precedence to lower. So these are in one group: remainder, floating point, floor division operator, and then multiplication. Okay. And then modulus, remainder operator. These all are having same precedence level. So left to right, whichever will come first, that will be evaluated first. Then lower group is plus minus. Then this is lower. Then this is, so this is the decreasing order, increasing to decreasing order of the precedence level chart. So these examples you can see first, these three, but first multiplication will happen because multiplication is higher precedence than plus. But if you make the parenthesis, if you put this expression inside the parenthesis, this plus, okay, and these are called binary operators because it always works with two values. So 2 plus 3, 5. So 5 star 6, 30. So now the answer change. And then here, these both are in same group. So 4 by 2. Okay, so this is floating point. It automatically promote to floating data type. So both 4 and 2 is integer. But when the result will be automatically implicitly converted to float. So 12.0 answer is come. 6 is integer, float. So float data type is greater than integer data type. So the whole expression will be permuted to greater data type like float. Okay. So if it is float, if it is integer, the whole expression data type will be here. Literal constant, these are all literal constant like 6, 4, 2. Here we are not using any variable. Okay. So they all have data type. Like 6 is integer, 4 is integer, 2 is integer. Okay. But this is floating point division operator. So it automatically changed to floating point. Okay, in C, C++, Java, we have to explicitly typecast for this. Then we get the correct result. Otherwise, in those languages, this operator is float division. What here in Python, double slash division. Okay, so here it is explanation. Expressions with higher precedence operators are evaluated first. Multiplication is having precedence over addition. So 3 into 6 gets evaluated first. The result is added to 2. Okay, so this is the explanation of this. Okay. So examples of precedence. So these are greater than these group. These all are in same. Then these all groups, all operators are higher than plus. So in any expression means it always returns a single value. All things are called expression that returns a single value. Where it is a function call or any variable also returns a single value. If I write a equal to then a will return 2. So variable also one type of expression you can say. So expression may have one operator only, may have two operators only, different operators having different precedence level. So in that associativity box, For the same precedence level associativity work, whichever will come first in any expression, that will be related first. So exponentiation operator takes precedence over multiplication, real division, remainder, and float division. So these, whatever in blue color, all are in same precedence, which in turn takes precedence over addition and subtraction. So all operators have left to right associativity except exponentiation. Exponentiation which has a right to left associativity. So first here 8. First this will be evaluated. Then this will be 2 to the power 8. Okay. Here left to right. Here also left to right. Here associativity really matters in this type of expression. Here associativity will not require because all plus operators. Whether you do left to right, right to left, result will be same. But here it matters, here it matters. Here also matters if you don't want to change anything. Otherwise, if you right to left, if you do, then here you have to bracket, then here you have to change the plus sign. Okay. Now, how to round the value? Okay. That will be discussed some other time. So now we will discuss about floor and ceil function. There are two mathematical functions in Python, floor and ceil. So floor, to understand these two functions, floor and ceil, we have to understand the vertical number line. What is the vertical number line? So number line are two types, one horizontal and one vertical. In graph papers, we use both. Vertical also, x-axis and horizontal x-axis and vertical y-axis. So this is vertical number line. So 0, -1, -2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here -2 is less than -1 and -1 is less than 0. Okay. We all know that 0 is less than 1 for positively. 1 is less than 2. But if we use both side minus, then the sign will change. So now -1 is less than 2. Okay, so no, so and now -1 is greater than -2. Okay, when we use minus and both side -1 will be greater than -2. So suppose we are writing 3.21. So 3.21 will be somewhere between the 3 and 4 because it is more than 3. Okay, but less than 4 if it is decimal point. So when we use ceil, then it will go to 4, the next integer. And when we use the floor, then it will come down next. Okay, lowest integer. So floor will be 3, ceil will be 4. Similarly here -1.4. So ceil will be, floor will be -2, ceil will be -1. I hope you understood. Here it's just like 3.6. So it will somewhere between 3 and 4. So if you use floor, then this below floor and ceil means 4, up value, down value. So if you import math as M, you can give another name for module so that it will be easier to use in all the function call. So import math as M. So M dot floor -1.4, you will get -2. M dot ceil -1.4, you will get -1 like that. Okay. So 2 forward slash we use, that is floor division. Means always you get cleared like that. Okay. Already you saw this example in the last video. Here we can understand in detail this what is division, remainder operator. So here this is very important to understand all the uh, division and remainder operators. So value is 1729. So remainder, if you divide by 10, remainder you will get 9. For any positive number, integer n is the last digit of n. So you will get 9. Any integer. If you divide by 10, you will get remainder the last digit. And if you use floor division, then you will get 172, leaving this last digit. Again, if you will divide this 172, then you will get 17. And if you divide by 100, then you will get the last two digits of n. So if you divide any number by 2 and remainder if you will get 1, then it is odd. If 0, then even. Now minus n. If you use minus value with this minus 1729, then the result will be floor value. Okay, so minus 173 you will get. You will not get answer 172. You will get 173. Okay, because minus 173 is less than minus 172.9. Okay, so but you can understand this concept using vertical number line. Just I explained. So other class I will explain all this. This type of programming using inbuilt Python functions, this type of expression also we can evaluate. But for solving this type of mathematical problems, you have to understand the if-else construct. That later I will explain. Then I will explain this problem. Okay. Max function, min function you can use in Python. Round function, up to how many digits you want to round, that is n parameter. So in any function, what value we pass in the function, those are called parameters. Here x and n are parameter. So these are supplied values. Okay. Then function will process these two data x and n, then it will return a single value. So it's a function called also expression. Returns the value x rounded to a whole number. If you don't specify this n, then it will return a whole number. So round 1.6 will return 2. So n is an even number. Always end up with an even number. So answer will be whenever you round. to a whole number, answer will be always even. If n is even number, if you add n plus 0.5, if this n will be even, then the result will be this n. But if n is odd, then the result will be n plus 1. Like here, 3.5. So 3 is odd. So the answer is 3 plus 1, 4. Here 2.5. So 2 is even. So the answer is here even 2. These conditions satisfy. Okay. Rounding rules already you know in math. We can round a whole number also. We can round a decimal point number also. Okay. So here returns the value x rounded to n decimal places. Okay. So 1.5722 means we return 1.57. Okay. Floor seal already I think you have understood. So here remainder will, whenever you divide 10, remainder will be the last digit 5. And floor division will be always this leaving this last digit. If you want this middle number, then we have to write expression like this. To extract from an integer, nth integer m, the ith digit, okay, from the right, use this expression. So if you put here 6, then answer will be 6 because 6 is sixth position. So sixth position is 6. Okay, so I hope you have understood a lot. Next class, I will explain some trigonometrical mathematical functions. Till that time, good night.